History is often remembered by its most celebrated victories and iconic moments, yet some of the most pivotal events remain shrouded in obscurity, hidden behind the grandeur of well-known stories. One such moment in American history is a battle that, despite its immense significance, has largely faded from public memory. This battle, often overshadowed by more famous conflicts like the Revolutionary War or the Civil War, played a crucial role in shaping the trajectory of the young nation, influencing political alliances, strategic decisions, and even the sense of identity that Americans carried into the future. The forgotten battle that shaped America forever is not merely a military engagement. It represents a turning point in the nation's development, the kind of event where courage, strategy, and the unpredictable hand of fate collided in ways that would ripple through history or generations. In the early years of the American Republic, the country faced constant threats both from within and beyond its borders. The fledgling government struggled to establish its authority, and European powers remained deeply invested in influencing the outcome of American affairs. Amid this tense political landscape, a conflict erupted that would seem minor at first glance but ultimately held consequences far beyond the battlefield. The battle itself involved a mix of regular troops, militia, and local volunteers, each bringing their own motivations, fears, and expectations to the confrontation. Unlike the highly choreographed campaigns often celebrated in textbooks, this battle was chaotic, brutal, and unpredictable. Soldiers faced extreme conditions, from harsh terrain to limited supplies, and the fog of war made every decision a gamble. Leadership played a critical role, with commanders forced to adapt quickly to changing circumstances while attempting to inspire their men to persevere in the face of adversity. What made this battle particularly significant was not just the immediate military outcome, but the larger strategic impact it had on the region and the country as a whole. Victories and losses on this scale affected negotiations, territorial claims, and the balance of power in ways that would reverberate for decades. Communities that participated in the battle experienced profound social changes as families and towns coped with the human cost of conflict. Generations of Americans would come to honor the bravery and sacrifice of those involved, even if the battle itself gradually disappeared from mainstream historical narratives. The sense of resilience and determination demonstrated during this confrontation became emblematic of the broader American spirit, a reminder that the country's survival and growth often depended on ordinary people rising to extraordinary challenges. Tactically, the battle was a masterclass in both improvisation and daring strategy. Commanders had to navigate difficult terrain, anticipate enemy movements, and make split-second decisions that could mean the difference between life and death. Small units often acted independently, executing maneuvers that were not part of a grand plan, but instead arose from necessity and quick thinking. Courageous acts by individual soldiers turned the tide at critical moments, highlighting how personal initiative could influence the outcome of a broader engagement. In some cases, those who might have seemed insignificant on the battlefield, local guides, scouts, or volunteers, provided intelligence or executed maneuvers that proved decisive. These contributions underscore a truth about history, that the outcomes we remember often rely on the actions of individuals whose names might never appear in history books. Beyond the immediate tactical considerations, the battle shaped political and diplomatic developments in its aftermath. Leaders both domestic and foreign took notice of the unexpected results, reconsidering strategies, alliances, and the distribution of resources. The consequences of this engagement influenced treaties, territorial negotiations, and even the way the United States projected power in the region. In many ways, it set a precedent for how the nation would respond to future crises, establishing patterns of leadership, decision-making, and national identity that persisted into subsequent conflicts. The ripple effects of this battle were felt not only by those directly involved, but also by communities and governments far beyond the battlefield. Equally important, was the psychological impact of the battle. News of the engagement spread quickly, shaping public perception and morale. For citizens of the young nation, the bravery and resilience demonstrated on the battlefield offered reassurance that the country could survive and thrive despite formidable challenges. Stories of heroism, perseverance, and sacrifice became part of the cultural fabric, transmitted through letters, local histories, and oral traditions. These narratives contributed to a shared sense of identity and purpose, reminding people that even in moments of uncertainty and danger, collective effort and courage could alter the course of history. The forgotten battle that shaped America forever thus served as both a literal and symbolic turning point, influencing not just military outcomes, but the very way Americans saw themselves and their nation. The lessons from this battle extend beyond history books and into modern life. The importance of leadership, adaptability, and courage in the face of uncertainty resonates today, reminding us that decisive action often requires vision, collaboration, and the willingness to embrace risk. By examining the strategies employed, the mistakes made, and the heroism displayed, we gain insight into how complex challenges can be navigated and how ordinary individuals can rise to meet extraordinary circumstances. The battle also highlights the interplay between local and national interests, demonstrating that decisions made on a small scale can have far-reaching implications for the course of a nation. Today, historians, educators, and enthusiasts continue to explore the forgotten corners of American history, uncovering stories that illuminate the struggles, triumphs, and sacrifices that shaped the country. The forgotten battle that shaped America forever stands as a testament to the resilience, ingenuity, and courage of those who lived through it. By revisiting such moments, we not only honor the individuals who participated, but also gain a richer understanding of the forces that forged the United States. It reminds us that history is not solely composed of widely celebrated events, but also of overlooked moments whose influence can be profound and enduring. In conclusion, the forgotten battle represents a chapter of American history that deserves recognition for its impact on the nation's development, identity, and strategic trajectory. It illustrates how courage, leadership, and collective effort can change the course of events, and it provides timeless lessons about resilience, decision-making, and the power of ordinary individuals to shape extraordinary outcomes. By remembering and studying this engagement, we ensure that its lessons endure and that the sacrifices and achievements of those involved are never truly forgotten. This battle, though overlooked by many, remains an essential piece of the American story, proving that even forgotten moments can leave a lasting imprint on history and continue to inspire future generations.